Welcome to Freedom from Anger, Module 1, Rooting Out the Core. This is the first of 7 modules included in the total course. This segment involves applying 3 foundational steps to resolve the core or root of your anger. This is a faith-based course, but whether you're a Christian or not, it's a free course, so you have nothing to lose except your anger. So set aside your preconceptions, sit back, and give it a try. You're in your own home. You might as well. Hey, you might benefit more than you expect. I have some good news. The Bible says, don't sin by letting anger control you. It also says, be angry and do not sin. It doesn't say, don't be angry. Jesus got angry. Everyone feels anger. The trick is that there's a dividing line between angry, bitter people and people who feel angry sometimes. So the dividing line is where the control lies. So if you feel like you're controlled by anger, then this module is for you. You get to find out where that root cause of your anger is. Okay, now we're going to take a trip to the beach. Notice the water, the waves, the sand. It looks kind of relaxing, doesn't it? So take a look in the water and notice the sailboat. Well, that sailboat is actually an allegory for unsuspecting friends, co-workers, maybe a stranger, somebody who you have contact with in your life who triggers you. Well, this sailboat is going to take a trip out to sea. Suddenly, this sailboat, or the bystander, hits an iceberg, or it triggers you. Someone triggers you. Now look at that iceberg. Notice the waterline. Notice that just the top part of the iceberg sticks out above the waterline. Only the tip is visible. But beneath that iceberg, you'll find trauma, abuse, PTSD, anxiety, depression, divorce, and more. It doesn't take much to trigger anger in someone with all of that lurking beneath the waterline of an iceberg like that. Now it's your turn. You're going to be spending some time on this, as much as you need. First, you'll draw an iceberg, or just go to my site. The link is there in front of you, and download a free copy of a blank iceberg. First, think about and then list everything you harbor below the waterline of your iceberg. It might be past traumas, unforgivenesses, abuse, divorce. Could be anxiety, depression. Whatever it is, just list it there beneath the waterline. The next slide, I have an example of mine. This is my iceberg. Beneath the waterline, I harbored chronic pain, along with bitterness over the botched surgery that caused that pain. I also harbored worry and doubt over my daughter, who is in recovery from addiction to opiates. While I was in the beginning stages of becoming anger-free, I still had moments of struggle. One morning on my way to work, I stopped at a drugstore to pick up a card. I planned to visit my daughter in the hospital at lunch. She had overdosed the night before. My pain level was high, which triggered bitterness over the surgery. So I walked into the store, emotions high. I found a card, took it to the register, where I found a cart piled high with items, but no driver. There was no cashier, no other customers. I waited a few minutes, and a few minutes more. I finally set my card on the counter, and I went back searching for someone. I found a stock person who called a cashier to the front. By the time I walked back there, the line had snaked around the store. I reached for my card to get in line, but the woman who I reached in front of snapped at me. "Excuse me, no cuts." My anger bubbled. I wanted to punch her in the throat, but I stopped myself, set the card down, and flew out of the store and into my car. You will be easily triggered until you unearth and work through those past traumas, unforgivenesses, pain, hurts, and pent-up emotions that are stashed below that waterline of your iceberg. Once you've uncovered the root of your anger, the next step is letting the Lord help release the control anger has over you. You do that by continuing to face those roots with the Lord and by building a daily fortress of calm, as detailed on the next few pages. So think of this as your treatment plan. First, get brutally honest with yourself. Next, uncover each and every dirty, dingy anger root that's hiding beneath the waterline of your iceberg. Finally, face each anger root. You need to do it with the Lord as your guide. You need to pray first. You need to get honest. You need to sit down and really dig through and find everything that you've buried. Unforgiveness, divorce, anxiety, depression. Find all those things that are hiding beneath the waterline. You know what they are. You just have been ignoring them and pushing through. Stop pushing through. Sit down in a quiet place and really dig down and get to the bottom, get to that core, and talk to the Lord about them. Do this on a regular basis, and eventually you'll be able to set them free. The first step is to wake up 20 minutes early. Now I know I can tell that you're groaning, but really, no matter what time you wake up, you're going to be tired. So just determine to wake up 20 minutes early, push through that tiredness, and get up and build a foundation. That's first, the foundation of your fortress happens when you pray, talk to the Lord about the what's underneath the waterline of your iceberg. Just surrender it, submit it to the Lord by praying and talking to Him, and then by reading a chapter, one chapter or two chapters of the Bible. That's how you build up. So you're getting rid of what's underneath the waterline of your iceberg, and you have to fill it with something. You have to fill it with the positivity, the word, the life. The next step in building that fortress would be the walls. And what that takes is stopping yourself halfway through your day and getting away, getting alone. You need to get alone with God and take a break. Take a break from work or from the chaos of your day, and just work on digging at the root again. And that means prayer. It means maybe taking a look at a proverb, or getting the Andy Stanley Your Move app and just focusing on that, or downloading a devotional that you can listen to or read. It's just taking a break from the anxiety or chaos of the day to reboot yourself or to re-energize yourself. And that's building the walls of that fortress so that you're not feeding into that anxiety. You're not feeding into what's beneath the waterline of your iceberg. And finally, the top of that fortress involves the end of your day. Don't just flop into bed and with all of the hecticness of the day having built up and then try to sleep. Instead, connect with God again. And do this you can download from my site, which you see in front of you. You can download a gratitude journal, or you can create your own gratitude journal and just write at least 3 things that you're grateful for that happen throughout the day. And just give thanks to the Lord for those things. That's just another way of purging all of the things that have built up beneath the waterline of your iceberg and filling that space instead with beauty, with positivity. So that's it. That's the top of your fortress. Now you've built yourself a whole fortress of positivity, and you've gotten rid of the negativity beneath the iceberg, the waterline of your iceberg. You've just learned how to dig away at the core of your anger. But remember, this is only the first module in a 7-module course on freedom from anger. So I encourage you to check out the other modules. First, however, really work at ridding yourself of what's beneath the waterline of your iceberg. Until you do that, until you really carve away at the core issues, you don't want to proceed to the next modules. You can do it. You can proceed and still work at what's beneath the waterline, but really have a head start, really start digging away at what's beneath that waterline. Have a blessed day, and take a look at those other modules. This module is a great start, of course, but all the modules together combine to get you and keep you anger-free. Check them out.